Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire for a special report on the 2011 Anne Devroy Memorial Forum. The Anne Devroy Memorial Forum and Anne Devroy Fund were established in 1998 in the memory of Anne Devroy, who died in 1997 at the age of 49 of cancer. Devroy was a 1970 graduate of UW-Eau Claire and became a reporter at the Washington Post in 1985. She later became the Washington Post top White House reporter 4 years later. The main purpose of the Anne Devroy Fund is to award a scholarship of at least $1,400 each year to an outstanding journalism student who has made significant contributions to on-campus journalism. Students awarded this distinction are known as Devroy Fellows and also have a 3-week residency at the Washington Post. Devroy Fellows also earn a paid internship at a Wisconsin daily newspaper. Here with us tonight is reporter Allison Frederick. Thank you for joining us tonight, Allison.
Thank you.
At the forum tonight, the Devroy Fellow this year was announced. Can you tell me who was awarded this distinction tonight, and what was the reaction from the past recipient, Devroy Fellow Brianne Chasso?
Well, Chasso and Pellegrino have previously worked together at the student newspaper The Spectator. Chasso was happy to present it to Frank, thus being a fellow journalism student and a friend. They have a mutual respect for each other and have worked together on numerous news stories.
And Allison, considering that this is a major event for journalists, and in particular journalism students, what did students think of E.J. Dionne's discussion?
Well, students seem to have a really positive response to Dionne. I spoke to a journalism student, Zach Bowers, about Dionne, and Bowers had several things to say about him.
Yeah, I thought EJ was just a really personable, interesting guy. He had a lot of good stories, fun and entertaining stories, and I thought he also brought a very interesting perspective on politics and journalism that actually made this forum really enjoyable.
And one of the major topics that Dionne talked about was the use of new media in journalism. Allison, many people are probably wondering, and this was brought up in Dionne's discussion, of what his former colleague, Anne Devroy herself, would have thought of this new age in journalism in which we use so much technology and new ways of reporting. And what was his opinion of what Anne would have thought?
Well, Dionne thought that Devroy would have been astounded at the changes in journalism and that she would have had mixed feelings about new media in journalism. Dionne also said that she would have adapted brilliantly and even thought that she would have been an excellent blogger.
So I should probably say that while I think Anne would agree with some of what I'm about to say about the imperatives of saving older forms of journalism, I'm not sure she'd fully agree with my at least partial defense of some of the newer forms.
And Dionne also did mention the popularity of such comedians, Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart, who present the news in a very satirical manner. Colbert and Stewart are very popular among the younger generation in their presentation of the news. And what was his opinion on their success?
Well, Dionne mentioned that Colbert and Stewart, and he even pointed out how his own sons watch them. Dionne also said that their success is that they poke fun at what is known as junk news.
Okay. And just to finish things up, we should point out that Dionne had very high praise for the UW-Eau Claire campus and had very positive things to say about the faculty and students, including the new Devroy Fellow, Frank Pellegrino.
Oh, absolutely. Dionne was a very gracious guest speaker and even mentioned how delightful Pellegrino was as a person. Overall, Dionne has been an investing speaker for this year's forum.
All right, definitely. Thank you very much, Allison. That's all for tonight for our special report. Thank you very much for joining us for CJ 321 News. We hope you have a good night.